Welcome to Be Less Stupid, the show for anyone interested in knowing how the world really works. Our top story was trending this week on Facebook. The New England Journal of Medicine reports that 26% of Americans aged 75 to 85 were still sexually active, many having sex 2 or 3 times a month or more. Which means only one thing. Hey, everyone watching this show, there's a 1 in 4 chance that your parents, that's right, your parents, are having sex right now. Reach for a comment. People whose parents are having sex right now said, "Oh my God, please stop. Please, I'm begging you, stop." And now, a Be Less Stupid investigation. According to a Princeton University study, when we meet someone new, it takes our brain just 1/10 of a second to decide if that person is attractive and trustworthy. Our brain is even faster if that person is Ted Cruz. Yup, our subconscious is making choices and decisions before our conscious brain has a chance to influence a reaction. Finally, an answer for bronies. However, the correlation between facial features and character are virtually non-existent. Yet, our subconscious trumps the rest of our brain's ability to make sound judgments about people, especially if they're hot or if they have cocaine. So, why is the subconscious so powerful? Evolution favors an ability to quickly detect danger. People who could run away safely were more likely to reproduce because, frankly, they got all up in that Neanderthal ass, which, by the way, is an actual quote from The Origin of Species. Anyway, I wanted to see if a group of people making snap judgments in the absence of information could then have their minds changed depending on the type of information that they were subsequently given. So, for this experiment, we asked a bunch of guys to make snap decisions about a group of women who, for the first part of the experiment, were instructed to stand around, not talk, and look pretty. It's the same set of instructions that Donald gives to Melania Trump. Up first, the guys were asked, who do they find the most attractive? And all they had to consider was looks. The guys weren't permitted to talk to the women. Yes, that was vital for the experiment, but also the ladies insisted. No surprise, each of the women got 20% of the votes for most attractive, which quite frankly makes sense to me. Each are empirically attractive, although none as beautiful as my wife, which I'm officially not obligated to say, or saying because she watches the show or could walk into the garage at any second where we're taping and turn this whole thing off. Anyway, next we asked the guys, who do you think is the most intelligent? And what we wanted to see is if guys would project intelligence onto the women they also found attractive. You see, scientists have long known of our tendency to attribute positive qualities to attractive people. Otherwise, in Gotham City, it would be the Joker who would be the hero, and Batman would be the villain. Okay, but why? Why do we link beauty and intelligence? Well, there are 2 theories. Here is the first. One, it's a shortcut that the brain takes. With so many factors necessary to know in order to make a sound judgment about a person that you just met, it's just easier to assume one positive trait begats another positive trait. In a second theory, intelligence tends to be an indication of both genetic fitness and good health, which the subconscious mind associates with producing stronger and healthier babies. And thanks to evolution, the desire to make lots of babies is woven into our DNA. And the desire to make babies is even more powerful among all those families who want to star in a TLC channel reality shitstorm. So, here's the results from our experiment. The percentage of men who chose the same woman to be both the prettiest and the smartest, nearly 25%. And now, the elements for everyone following the presidential race. Next, we told some of the guys who participated in the experiment one bad thing about each of the women. For example, they were told one of the women was married 3 times, another had a DUI, one was a former meth addict, and worse, one likes to take dates to see Renee Zellweger movies. Yeah, that is the worst. Then we compared the results of the 2 groups, the men making decisions without info and the men given the one bad fact. Both groups found the same women attractive in pretty much the same percentages, meaning men like what they like regardless. So if a guy is attracted to a woman with, say, big breasts, red hair, and long legs, he's not suddenly less attracted to her when he finds out that in order to have sex with her, he has to sit through all 9 hours of the Bridget Jones trilogy. Next, given today's Mad Max Fury Road meets WrestleMania electoral climate, I thought I had a fact that might actually change a man's mind about a woman he previously found attractive. And that fact? Her politics. So the question is, will a guy find a woman less attractive once he finds out that she's got a first-class ticket on the Trump train, hotel, and casino to Bronzertown? So at the end of the questionnaire, we told the guys that the women were lined up from left to right according to their political leanings. That the most liberal woman, the one most likely supporting a Bernie Sanders type, was on the far left. And the woman who was the most conservative and likely a Trump supporter was on the far right. And the percentage of guys who changed their opinion on attraction, who picked a new best-looking woman once they discovered his original choice's politics, 25%. Look, clearly, there is a lot more work to be done on this particular subject. I've done my part. Perhaps now actual scientists under laboratory conditions will take a stab rather than doing it within footsteps of a Ben & Jerry's. Anyway, you got a comment? Leave it below. If you like the show, please share it with your friends. That's how we spread the love. Also, I would like to encourage you to check out my 3 other series, This Versus That, Get Sex Tonight, and Pizza with Writers. There's more than 20 plus hours of original content. And if you use the promo code SAVE20% now at checkout, you will save 20% now. And remember, all the shows are uncensored, so you'll love that. And if you'd like to get Be Less Stupid in your Facebook timeline 2 to 3 times a week for free, costs you nothing, please, all you gotta do is like our page. That's it. Anyway, I will see you next time on Be Less Stupid.